Well, as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25. Five-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable.
Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
They'll run it with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Brevin Jordan
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Fant.
And the tight end is certainly positioned built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Touchdown! DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
If this is what you want to see from a defense, give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They snap it to Fields.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
They went with the ever-popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brevin Jordan with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will